Welcome
Happy
to
New Year.
New Year. Happy yes.
If that is your thing, if you're following the Gregorian calendar.
And welcome to Carpool Convo
with Liz
and Debbie.
And we are on the lovely island of St. Croix.
Yes.
And we are two friends who share the same birthday. And a lot of other things about us are different. We love to have interesting, power building, loving, energy building conversations, and we like to share them with you. And been thinking about some ways to perhaps make this more enjoyable for you. And so if you have some ideas, please put them in the description. Should I mention about what somebody suggested to me?
Sure.
So someone suggested that we show more of the lovely island of St. Croix in our videos. It's a bit of a challenge navigating that and having us, like behind us, you can see, aside from the lovely recyclables, you can see the greenery, some of the greenery of St. Croix, and we're always on the road, because this is a carpool convo, so we're carpooling and convoing.
Yes. You know what I thought as you said that? Maybe we should just do one, like front-facing video and show just one, rather than try to do the whole conversation.
Yes. All right.
But not today.
Not today.
Though it would be better because they wouldn't be staring at our plastic.
You're right.
That's okay.
It's okay. So in the future, you have something to anticipate that we will do one, or maybe even the intro could be facing the other way. Like when we first come on and we say our names and stuff, since you've already seen our faces, what we look like. We could do that, and then we switch into us talking with you.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, I like the idea of us, convoing in a way that you can see our faces and our responses and, how we feel about what is being said. What do you think about that, Liz?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah. I don't love my face on camera, but
Same. I love your face. I just don't love mine. Is what I meant.
And I love her face. Yeah. That's a thing. That's a topic for another day.
It is, bestie. It is definitely.
Because today.
Yeah. She called me her island bestie.
She's my island bestie.
And that is very cool for me. That made me very happy to hear that. And I had to share that with you. And our so it was my turn to choose the topic. And I thought I had it 2 days ago, and then I didn't. And then this morning, in the shower where I get a lot of my great ideas. Is that for you too? Like shower time is like time where stuff comes up that ordinarily doesn't. I don't know what it is with me in the water, but I love it. Tell us if that's your thing too. Do you have shower breakthroughs or good ideas?
It's been a while. Yeah. Occasionally, if I've had a dream, I'll think about the dream in the shower.
Okay.
You still?
Yeah.
I mean, now my showers are, unless I have to wash my hair, are really quick. I'm like
in and out.
And we have enough water right this minute. I can take it what my sister referred to as a diva shower.
I've never heard that before.
Right? Where you don't have to worry about wasting water.
Wow.
And right now, we don't have to worry about wasting water. If you've got a cistern, you don't have to worry about wasting water because it has been raining at least
every day, every other day.
Yes.
Yeah. And good rain too, not just like little sprinkles, but like coming down, showers. Yeah. And Liz is now a free bird. She has flown the coop of a 9 to 5.
Yes.
Or 8:30 to 5.
Yes.
And is, living more of her best life. So she could take a diva shower if she wanted to.
I could.
Yeah. She could.
I'd be all wrinkly. Well, at this age.
Hey.
All right, I'm not going to do that.
No,
thank you.
Wrinkles are a good thing, actually. They're part of the roadmap of our well-lived life.
I have earned them.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Sorry, YouTube. You know? So what we have decided on is to talk about today is for some reason my teeth are doing their own thing and not trying to work with the rest of my mouth. Personal mission statement. What that means, how one would go about thinking, feeling, what that could be for you, what it could mean in your life. I was watching one of those lovely Christmas movies that they make on OWN and Lifetime and other channels, and one of the characters had a brother who was going through some kind of crisis in his early life. He was like in his 20s or something, and didn't know what to do about school, or if he was going to, what career he really wanted to pursue, and all of these things. And the sister, who was the main character, encouraged him to think about creating his own mission statement to help with clarity and to help with figuring out, you know. And in your 20s, I was kind of like, I said, this is definitely a movie, because in my 20s, I wasn't trying to think about nobody's mission statement. I was trying to be a party girl and doing it very well.
Nice. I haven't heard all these stories yet.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. Another time.
Another time, right. But I thought that was very interesting that a mission statement in terms of a personal part of your life would be something to do. And I see the value of it for sure, right? And I thought about that, and I said, in these times, you know, when we're in our later 50s, early 60s and beyond, that's a great time, I think, to think about a personal mission statement. You've been through some stuff, you've done some stuff. You agree?
Yeah, because you kind of got, at this stage too, you kind of got some ideas about where you fit, how you want to be in the world, how you want to meet people, you know, what part of you wants to meet people. Yeah, I think so. So
help me with defining what a mission statement would be for people. You know, I think of it as something that sort of describes my purpose.
Okay, yes.
You know, what I want my purpose to be and who I want to show up as in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that pretty much clarifies it for me.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a dynamic thing as well. It's not written in stone.
Yeah. It should be revisited, and maybe New Year's is the time to revisit it. Like, I'm not one for setting resolutions, but having intentions for my forward movement.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because I'm beyond the resolution, goal setting, all of that, because I feel as though it puts pressure on me to fit in somewhere where I might change my mind about that tomorrow, or that might not serve me as I thought it would. And if I'm resolved, it just feels so stuck. So like I've committed to this, and you know, I'm always one to try to keep my commitments, sometimes to the detriment of my own well-being, because I'm so focused on what I said I was going to do. I don't see where, hey, that needs some adjustment.
Yeah. And I know for myself, and too many of the people that I have worked with, that those resolutions at the end of the year, you're like, yeah, it didn't happen.
Child, sometimes 2 weeks in, a month in, it's like, what did I say I was going to do? Why was I thinking that anyway?
I wanted to tell you, in this, I have a client who every year tries to pick a word that sort of embodies her intention for the year.
Wow.
And this year, which I thought was so cool. Her word is dance.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Because she was watching. She said, I listen to podcasts. I have my shows. She did a lot of politics, and she had seen an Instagram post of a woman just dancing in her kitchen. And I was like, yes, because the energy that you expend, and not only that, the sort of joy that movement can bring.
Yes.
And wanting that, and so she's looking at how to encompass that, because she's still, of employed age, how to embody that in her life.
And I think you're sort of seasoning your space, your energy, your where you are in your awareness with that joy that comes from dancing in a way that it's just for you. It's not about anybody else or any way of doing it that says it's great or it's not great. You're not attaching any of the stuff that makes it not so fun to it. It's just movement and joy.
And yes.
And you embody that. It fills you up just like you're filling up that space with that amazing energy. What I've been doing is I started out thinking about it in terms of months, but now I'm thinking about it in terms of weeks, because there are things that I would think about, or I would read something and then it would keep showing up in different ways in my experience. And so, like, for instance, this week, it's the word limitless. I've seen that so many times in so many different things. First, it was a sermon on Sunday. Shout out to Hillside International Truth Center, I think it's called, and Reverend Jack Bomar, because that was what the word was about. The whole word that he gave was about limitless, being limitless. And so I saw something recently. Someone said, instead of doing a to-do list, what about a to-be list?
Ooh.
And that resonated all kinds of feels for me. And I said, yeah. And so on my to-be list for this week is limitless.
Okay.
And to bring it back to the mission statement piece, I started thinking about what my mission statement would be. What would I want to say about how and I love to write. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I do poetry and short stories and short stories and essays and all kinds of things that have to do with writing, because I love words. And so I started thinking to myself, what would my personal mission statement be about? I haven't fully written it yet. I started out with words, just choosing words. So freedom is one of the words that came immediately, because I value that, and how I describe it and define it for myself, and how it feels in my body and my mind and my spirit. And limitless is the second word, because that's my word of the week for this week.
I like that.
What about you?
As you're saying it and talking about it, some thoughts have come to mind. One of the things that I have realized for myself very recently is I don't have to be one thing. I don't have to hold. I can be a grandma, a loving grandmother, and still be a goofy adult. I can appreciate, understand, or be non-judgmental about other people's life choices that don't fit in necessarily with what I understood, or I'm not going to say believe, because I've in the past, I don't know, 4 years maybe, I have opened my eyes and my heart to understanding relationship and love very differently than it was taught to me, or the examples that I've seen, and it excites me, and I want to talk about it. And then this is where I guess I put limits on it, is I'm careful, because I'm concerned that other people are going to go, oh, peoplehood. Yeah.
Ooh, that thinking for other people is big. Let me tell you, I had a conversation with myself recently about that as well, because I tend to be a great director in my mind when I am, and screenwriter.
Oh.
When there's something that I think that people are thinking about me.
Interesting.
Based on what I've said or what I believe, or when it's different to them.
Okay.
So sometimes, without even knowing what the conversation would look like, I've already decided that this is what they're going to think, or I look at their I look at their face, and I've come up with a whole script in my mind of what they're thinking about me. And most of the time, it's not positive.
Oh, never. Do you ever have I had a whole conversation in my head with my mother over something I believed she was going to make judgment about, and I was sassy and just kind of turned it back on her. Yeah. Never had that conversation.
Thank goodness.
But except in my head. Yeah.
I totally get that. And so I appreciate what you just said there, because really it is a freeing, a liberating sort of revelation to be able to see how the pattern, the puzzle that is you, fits together. You know, all the shapes that are so different, and you know, if you look at them, you don't think that's going to make a great picture. But when you feel them together, you know, the grandma with the goofy adult, with the serious thinker, and the lover of corny commercials, you know, or dad jokes, you know, the person who might slip and then get up and be all dignified as if, you know, they didn't just have their dress fly up in the back and everybody saw their unmentionable. Luckily they had underwear on that day. I know that is not me, but I do have a story about that.
Oh.
And yeah, so the personal mission statement fits this conversation in that it could be a tool for you seeing the beauty of all those parts of you and how they fit together, you know, but also how you want that to show up as you make your way in the world and share yourself with other people and in situations where you will learn and grow, because all situations have that opportunity for you to learn and grow.
Absolutely. In fact, if you don't take that, I think you're losing something by not recognizing, because you are going to learn whether you want to or not, and you are going not necessarily grow, but you are going to change. I would encourage you to look at things as I want to learn. Learn and grow. What can I learn from this? Good, bad, indifferent. How might I use this knowledge
to my benefit?
Yeah.
The growth part is a choice, but the learning is going to happen no matter what. That's a very good point I think you made there. And this personal mission statement is something that's just for you. You know, it's also a way to cultivate self-love. You know, I'm moving through this world, and I might be just a happy-go-lucky person on the outside, but on the inside, I am tuned in to what I want my happiness to be, what I want my purpose to be. And it comes out, you know, if you give it some attention, you'll see there'll be opportunities for you to make it more and more what you imagine it to be. And that goes positive or negative. So be mindful of what you are putting into, what you're pouring into yourself, where that mission statement is concerned.
Yes.
Because it will definitely manifest in what you pour out and what you get back, you know. So think lovingly of yourself and hopefully of yourself, I would say, and what you want to have happen in your life when you are creating that personal mission statement. And it could be pen and paper, it could be on your phone, it could be just in your mind, something you keep just to yourself. But take the time and space, consider taking the time and space.
Be in your life.
Yeah.
And that mission statement helps you daily to be in your life.
As you.
We only get one that we know of.
This one, for sure.
This one, for sure.
It ain't coming back.
And so live it, whatever that looks like. I pulled up here. I hope you can see a sliver of how beautiful our ocean looks today.
I was trying to see if I could make it.
Yeah.
But guess what? I will get out and take a photo and I'll attach it to the back. Maybe a couple. Attach one in the front, attach one in the back. This is Cremus Park.
Yes. And
it's on the east end of the island. And it's a lovely, lovely beach that they have benches and there's a lovely place for you to go in and change, and restrooms and tables and that is really seawater. See that
amazing
blue thing there? That is seawater.
We were early. I'm going to share this. Okay. There's an issue with garbage pickup on our little rock that is ridiculous on every single level. And we were talking about it today, talking about that, and there's issues with our power being on a regular basis. But then we drive half a minute and we get to see the beauty of Mother Nature. And it makes up for the fact that our garbage isn't being picked up and we're trying to figure out what to do with it, or the power goes out. And we would like to, with the photo that Debbie will post, bless you with the abundance that we do have by being here, and part of Mother Nature that is so amazing and such a gift.
Absolutely. So if you're someplace chilly, I'll send you some sun, some warmth, some lovely beach water, and all the best for your personal mission statement creating.
Yes.
And as you walk, drive, however you're making the journey, be blessed in it.
Amen.
All right. More time.
More time. You can't flip it. Yeah.